Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today is another spotlight hour. So we'll be walking around doing spotlight hour. It's not just started just yet, well, it's just about to now. We've just gone into the 6 o'clock period. As you can see, it's very, very dark here, so apologies if you can't see me too much on the camera. Best buddy there. Let's just swap that buddy out and we'll jump right into our next buddy, and then we'll start doing some catches as we're walking around. So again, this one's actually quite a close best buddy as well on this one. So hopefully this one can go best buddy today, if not tomorrow. Definitely working on those best buddies. Let's just play with him there, and then we can jump off and start doing some Surskit catches as we're walking around. So Surskit is a featured Pokemon of today's Spotlight Hour. And it's not a terrible Pokemon to be going after. Obviously, it was featured a couple of years ago now in a Pokémon GO Fest, I believe, or at least an event similar to that. And it was one of those that was released beforehand, leading up to the main event. And then obviously everybody could get it themselves in the global event. Now, Surskit, I believe for me, has been quite kind in recent years, and it has sparkled quite a number of times. So we'll have a quick look and see how many we have got. Just in a minute, but let's have a wander around first. And if you're joining us, make sure to get in the and let me know your thoughts on, well, anything Pokemon Go related, whether you want to discuss the Gigantamax that was released over a weekend, the Gigantamax Gengar, or whether you want to discuss other things. Just let me know in the comments down below, and we'll try and read out all the comments and get it very engaged conversation going, as we always like to do on Spotlight Hours. So obviously Spotlight Hours always bring an additional bonus with them, and today is the 2x transfer candy. So for transferring Pokemon, you will get 2 times the candy. So it's a good time to transfer anything that is legendary, for example, or any Darkrai's. Obviously Darkrai's are mythical, but you can still transfer them. So you can transfer those rubbish Darkrai's that you've caught over these last couple of weeks to get additional candy for Darkrai. Obviously, with it being legendary, it is a bit more difficult to obtain the candies for. So odds on Spotlight Hour shinies tend to be the same as what we normally are. So Surskit, for instance, today is full odds. It's 1 in 512, unfortunately. So there's no boosted shinies at Spotlight Hour, but you do get those boosted spawns. So hopefully, with just the amount that you're going to be able to click in an hour, hopefully that's enough where you'll see some sparkles. But there's not too many Spotlight Hours in the last few weeks where we've had sparkles. We did have a Froakie last week. Obviously, it was a costume Pokemon last week. It was costume Froakie and costume Rowlet as part of the Halloween Part 2 event. And we did manage to get a shiny costume Froakie, which was very nice indeed. But throughout that whole event, I did miss out on the Rowlet. So that was a little bit disappointing. But the Froakie is a really, really nice shiny. And it was a level 1 as well. So 11 CP shiny Froakie with a hat. But yeah, as for Surskit, 1 in 512. Yeah, tiny little enemy spider. Now, if you do want additional candies as well for Surskit, I don't know why anybody really would, but if you do, then you can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon of the same typing, and that will give you more candies and more chance, a higher chance of getting that XL candy as well. But for me, it's just going to be a case of walking around and seeing if we get lucky enough to get that shiny. We'll be catching most of what we see. Now, it is quite a nice, excellent throw to do when you get the rhythm right. So you can start hitting those excellent throws, and it doesn't seem to run away too often. It's not a terrible catch rate on these, unlike some spotlight hours where the catch rate has been really, really poor on the featured Pokemon. Surskit's not too bad really as a catch rate, and if you do struggle, then you can obviously switch into your Great or Ultra Balls. But when you get into a rhythm of things, it's not too bad to hit that excellent throw on. So if you are looking for XP, you can just take your time a little bit. Don't rush too much with your throwing, and you can hit quite a lot of excellent throws on these. Now, like I was saying, the bonus for the Spotlight Hour is 2 times transfer candy. So you won't gain any more additional XP for hitting those excellent throws, but you still will get over 1,000 for every catch, which is always nice. It's always a nice incentive to try and hit those excellent throws. I know I've spent a lot of time trying to get the muscle memory in on most of the Pokemon now that spawn and try and hit mostly excellent throws. There's certain events where obviously you want to try and just keep catching it as much as you can. Obviously as well, when you're using your daily incense, you don't really want to waste time concentrating on excellent throws just in case one of those Galarian birds appear. And with that in mind, actually, we will just put our daily incense on. We're probably going to get loads of encounters for Surskit, but we will put it on during the hour as well. Just on the off chance that we might see one of those Galarian birds. I mean, believe it or not, since those Galarian birds have been released shiny, about 6-7 weeks ago now, it got released shiny, the Galarian birds did. I've only ever seen 3 Galarian birds. I've seen 2 Galarian, 2 Galarian Articunos and 1 Galarian Zapdos, and they were all on the same incense, all within around about half an hour of each other. So I've not been too lucky the rest of the time. Never seen a single one since or before that. But hopefully that means there's not one far away from us now that we can hopefully encounter live on the stream. That would be really, really nice. And it has got a 1 in 20 shiny rate as well, Galarian birds have. Same as the legendary odds from raids. 1 in 20. A very, very nice one. Hi Daniel, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Big shout out to everybody as well who's watching the stream, who has subscribed to the channel. We have hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday, so massive thanks to everybody who's hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure to go and do that straight after you've watched this. But yeah, really happy to get that 1,000 subscribers. It was a target that I'd had in mind to try and get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and luckily enough we've managed to do it in plenty of time. I did see a stat the other day that Great Man finally got my shiny Shaman 15, 15, 10. Really, really nice on the stats of that Shaman there. Very, very nice indeed. Well done for that. And a Hundo Mega Manetric and a Hundo Shadow Gallop. That is really, really nice look. Definitely go and put a lottery ticket on if I was you, because that is super, super lucky. But yeah, I did see a little thing on my YouTube channel that came up the other day as well. About 93% of the people who watch my videos tend not to subscribe. So if you are watching this video and you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get that number down. We want more and more people subscribing and not just watching without hitting that subscribe button. So make sure to go hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, Shiny Shaman, that is a really, really cool. Thanks very much for subbing. I appreciate that, mate. I don't know how good my Shaman was actually. Let me have a quick look. It is one that I'm working on with a Candy XL. Shiny Shaman there. So 14, 14, 13. So not bad at all, really. It was on my 30th birthday as well, where we managed to encounter this. Well, we encountered it before, but it was a 30th birthday when I managed to get it Best Buddy. So that was a really, really nice little tag there. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers. We are into the 1,000 subs, which is amazing. Yeah, we are working on trying to just build that shiny Shaman up. Obviously, shiny Shaman, as a mythical Pokemon, it is one of the most useful in the game, actually, because it's up there as one of the best grass type attackers in the game. So it's really useful for battling gyms or raids. Super, super useful. Probably just behind Kartana as a grass type, but in some scenarios it's better than it. So it's definitely worth trying to power up your Shaman if you have got a decent one. Yeah, it does look really, really cool. Really cool. One of my favourite mythicals, I would say. That is a question definitely to be asking in the comments down below. What is your favourite mythical Pokemon? Or if you can't decide, what are your favourite 2 mythical Pokemon? I would say mine are probably Marshadow, because I really do like the ghost types in the game as well. So Marshadow and probably Shaman are the 2 best in my opinion, but let me know what yours are down in the comments below. So excellent throw there. Another excellent throw. So another goal that we were trying to reach, I don't know if people have been keeping up to date with the targets that I set myself right at the start of the year. Another goal that we managed to try and reach a couple of days ago, actually. Jirachi, Malouetta and Marshadow. Very, very nice choices, that is. Yeah, I can see why you like them. Super nice choices. I do like the Victini shiny as well. That is a really nice shiny. Hopefully that comes to the game very soon. But yeah, I was looking at the goals that I set myself at the start of the year, and we did manage to do one of those goals earlier on last week, and we hit 500 million XP. So that was super, super nice goal that we managed to do. 500 million XP there. Wanted to achieve that by the end of the year. We've actually smashed it. It's only the start of November and we've already done it. So really, really happy to do that. There's only one more target that I'm missing out on. One more target that's going to take a lot of time, a lot of investment in time to try and do before the end of the year. I don't know whether I'm going to do it. It's going to go down to a wire, and that is Best Buddies. We started the year on 334 Best Buddies, trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. So around about 14 every month, 166 additional in 1 year. On average, that's a Best Buddy every other day. So super, super hard challenge. Hey, how are we? Yeah, I've got you on Pokemon Go. Thanks very much for the ad. I'm guessing you added me from here. But really, really nice. So did anyone manage to do any of the Gigantamax Gengars at the weekend? Let me know down below. Did you manage to go out and get yourself a Gigantamax Gengar? There you go, save a postcard. Just as is in the comments as well. Awesome. Yeah, Best Buddies is one of those things that you have to spend a lot of time doing them. You can either just do them bit by bit, like most people do, or you can really set your stall out like I do and do 21 swaps every day, gaining at least 6, if not more, hearts with every single one. So on average, I gain a minimum of around about 126 hearts every single day with my buddies. That's as a bare minimum, probably around about 150. And then if I start puffing some, you're up to nearly 200 buddy hearts every single day. Whereas obviously if you kept the same buddy in for the whole day, if you do manage to get excited, you're probably looking around about 25 buddy hearts. So you can see the massive increase that you can get, even though you are spread out over more Pokemon. Obviously, when you get one best buddy, I'll probably be getting 9 at the same time. So it does definitely work out to be better. But that is if you are invested in the best buddies. I think the thing that lets the best buddies down is that the CP increase doesn't stay. That would definitely be a better feature. If the additional level that it gains for being best buddy, and obviously when you have it as your buddy, it goes up an extra level. So if you've maxed the Pokemon out to level 50, you can actually get it to 51 by best buddy in it and having it as your buddy. But as soon as you take it off as your buddy, it loses that level increase. So that's the downside of having loads of best buddies, is that you have to constantly keep putting a best buddy as your buddy if you do want to use it in raids. If you are getting very close, I've had to do it a couple of times where I've been soloing things and it's been down to the wire. That additional level increase will change things, but it's annoying how that additional level increase isn't just permanent, no matter whether it's your buddy or not. That'll be definitely a lot better feature and will get more people doing best buddies. Yeah, I've seen your gift. I saw you saved the one that I'd sent you and then sent me one back, so thank you very much for that. I will be making sure to open it tomorrow to try and level up with you even more. Now we'll catch the ones around here, but we won't go too much further into the old quarry. Wimpod off the daily incense there. Oh, brilliant one. Just move out of the way of this car. Nice, all the way from India. Well, thanks very much for joining. It's amazing when people start joining the stream from all these wonderful places around the world. It really does make it feel a larger community. So thanks very much for that. So we'll just catch these Surskits around here and then we'll start wandering back up in which we came, but we'll go a little bit different direction. Peru, nice. Definitely let me know in the comments below where you're from. Peru, that is definitely a new one. Nobody from my stream before, I don't think. At least they haven't commented anyway, saying we are. But you're definitely the first person from Peru who's joined, so thanks very much for that. You missed Spotlight Hour. Well, is it a shiny you really wanted, or are you not too bothered to miss it? I mainly do the Spotlight Hour so I can obviously live stream to yourselves. Obviously, I enjoy communicating with yourselves in the comments down below. But let's have a quick look and see if we do actually need that Shiny Surskit. Doesn't look like it, no. 4. Obviously, it has only got 1 evolution into Masquerain. But let's have a quick look and see how good these ones are that we've got previously. So 0 star, 0 star, 3 star. Very nice. Masquerain there. Obviously, best buddied as well. Any nice shiny or any decent IV shiny that I've got always tends to get best buddied. So there's no surprise there. And then another 3 star Surskit as well. So not too bad at all. Caught in the wild as well. So we have got 2 3 star ones. But it would be nice to get one live on stream. It's always nice to get an additional one when we're live. Now the question is, do we extend the daily incense? We have 2 minutes to decide. Shall we extend it and hope that we get a glaring bird? Yeah, the 2 times transfer candy is really nice to be able to clear out some rubbish. No, you don't think we should extend it? We do really want that glaring bird. But maybe with it being Spotlight Hour, it's less likely to appear. How much Dialga candy have we got, actually? If we were to do Roar of Time, how much Dialga candy? So we've got 229. We could extend it. Yeah, let's extend it. We'll go for 42 minutes. That should just leave us just up to the end of the spotlight hour. So we might as well, we're walking around anyway. The daily incense obviously requires walking, so we'll do it just off the offhand that we might be able to get a Galarian bird encounter. But we'll have to wait and see. Another Surskit there. Low level Surskit. Rolts off a daily incense. So it is spawning different things to the Surskit, so hopefully we can encounter something a bit better than a Rolts or a Surskit. Now, talking of Dialga, let's just see if we can invest any more rare candy. That tends to be where I put my rare candy into, just because we do use it for Roar of Time. And being that we're out, we might as well put a couple of star pieces on as well while we're catching things. Huge Surskit there, that would have been a nice shiny. Unfortunately not. Fur throat off a daily incense. Another huge Surskit. Definitely liking them. So yeah, of course, there was Gigantamax Gengar at the weekend, and we did do quite a lot of them. 22, in fact, I believe. And we managed to get a shiny one on the 20th raid. So I believe the shiny rates were 1 in 20, but I could be wrong there. But it is such a cool shiny. Obviously, Gengar is my favourite Pokemon of all time. Unfortunately, it is only a 1602. Hundo was 1644. So it is just a 3-star, 12, 12, 13 on the stats there. A 12, 12, 12 would have been a 2-star. So it's only just a 3-star. But it is a really, really nice shiny, and definitely something that we can look into lucky trading for somebody who's got another shiny one themselves, so we can do like for like. That is definitely something I want to do with that. But I'm really happy to be able to get one of those. Obviously, they were difficult to take down, not as difficult as the Kanto starter Gigantamax, so Blastoise, Charizard and Venusaur. They were super, super difficult. But obviously, going off the feedback of what the community said, Niantic did make it easier to defeat Gengar. And also Gengar, as a Pokemon anyway, is a lot glassier, a lot more lower defense than the likes of Charizard, Venusaur and Blastoise. So naturally it would have been easier anyway, but Niantic purposely made it a bit easier. And I think at the weekend we did it in my community with as little as about 8 to 9 people. We managed to do Gigantamax Gengar, so really, really happy that we managed to do that with so little people. I remember leaving my buddy. Oh, no way. Yeah, so Gigantamax Gengar, with being able to do it with that many little people is really, really good. Obviously, it still does take some coordination. You still have to have your healers on your team, the people who are going to shield and the people who are going to attack. So it does still take that community coordination, but it's a lot easier to take down than the 3 starters a week previous. But hopefully you can do some Gigantamax battles when we next come around. I believe the next Gigantamax is actually Toxicity, I think. I may be wrong there, but I think that's going to be the case during the wild area. So we'll have to wait and see on that for defo. Hi, you all right? Now, there has been a little glitch today with the Dynamax power spots. So I don't know if this is going to do it right now or whether he fixed it, but earlier on today, every time you clicked on the Dynamax, it would actually swap into a different Pokemon. So you could actually end up going through all the Dynamax and only do the one that you wanted at the same stop, which was actually quite a nice thing, but it does cause quite a lot of issues. So hopefully we fixed it now. It looks like we have. It looks like Beldam's definitely staying on that one anyway, so hopefully we fixed it. Because although it was nice in some ways, it did mean that I could get a few more Dynamax Ghastlies, because like I was saying before, Gengar is my favourite Pokemon of all time, so why wouldn't I want to do more Dynamax Ghastlies? We've already got the shiny one, and we've already got 2 hundos of the Dynamax, but I'm not going to turn down any shinies or hundos of it again. So I'm definitely going to carry on doing the Ghastlies. But we have got some features coming out in November, in this month, but I'm going to change the way that Dynamaxes are a little bit. So we have something called Max Mondays. So Max Mondays are similar to the raid hours that we have on a Wednesday. So 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. So the same time as Spotlight Hour and Raid Hour on a Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. We will have Max Mondays. So on a Monday, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m, there'll be a certain Pokemon featured on Power Spots. And the first one is going to be next Monday, and that's going to be Charmander. So Charmander will be featured. So during 6 p.m. and 7 p.m, every single Power Spot around you will have a featured Charmander on. Now, I don't know whether it's going to be like raid hours, where it's going to only have a 30-minute timer, meaning that you can do 2 on the same stop, or whether it's going to have an hour timer, meaning that you can only do 1 before it despawns at 7 p.m. But it is a really, really cool feature. Obviously, a lot of these you can actually do by yourself now, especially the lower level ones. And then the week after, it's going to feature into an event for Drillbur. So Drillbur is going to be featured in an event, and Dynamax Drillbur is going to be coming out to the game, which is a really, really cool Dynamax. So definitely going to be doing that one. But Max Mondays, make sure to keep an eye out for that. Charmander next week, and then November the 18th will be the featured Dynamax of Drillbur. So that is going to be a really, really cool Dynamax to get your hands on. And hopefully you can get a good one as well. And obviously it can always be shiny as well. So if it's already shiny in the game as a normal Pokemon, then the Dynamax alternative can always be shiny as well. I don't know what the shiny rates are on the Dynamax, whether it's 1 in 64 or whether it is just full odds. I believe Ghastly was definitely boosted this last event. I think it was around 1 in 64 for Ghastly. So hopefully most Dynamaxes are 1 in 64, and you can get your hands on a couple of shiny ones of those in the next couple of weeks. So no Shiny Surskit as of now, halfway into the Spotlight Hour. Very dark here in the UK after we've changed our clocks back a couple of weeks ago now. So it does get very dark here very early. A little bit annoying that we still do that here, really. I would much prefer if we didn't do it and we just stayed to summertime. $10 CP Surskit on the daily. The tunnel on the daily. That is one of the new spawns that has been added to the daily adventure incense pool. Quite a nice new spawn to be getting. Obviously Milk Tank has also been added as a new spawn to the daily incense. So we have shifted it around a little bit. Maybe I'll do that each season. We'll have to wait and see. So obviously this weekend as well on Pokemon GO, we have November's Community Day, and that features Mankey. So the monkey Pokemon Mankey, and obviously has 3 evolutions now. It originally had 2, and then we added a 3rd one in the later games, in the later series, and that was obviously Annihilate, got added to the family. And it does look a really, really cool Pokemon, Annihilate does. Now, to help with the evolution of into Annihilate during Community Day, because Annihilate is one of those Pokemon that you have to do a task to be able to evolve. Normally it's Battle 30 Ghost type or 30 Fighting type, I can't remember exactly. Could be Ghost and Dark. But during the Community Day, you only have to catch 20 Fighting type with it as your buddy. So if you have a Primate as your buddy, catch 20 Fighting type, which there'll be loads because obviously Mankey itself is a Fighting type, then you'll be able to evolve it during the Community Day and get its special move, which I think is Raging Fist or something along those lines. So that is on Saturday this week, 2 till 5. So Surskit is still not shined for me as of yet. We're still managing to catch quite a few of these. Hey Charizard X, how are we? Thanks so much for joining. If it's your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. But thanks very much for commenting down below. Hopefully you're all right. Let me know in the comments down below if you've already done your Spotlight Hour, or if you are still awaiting for it to happen, or whether you're like me here in the UK and you've just not bothered and instead you've just tuned in to watch me. And make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Everybody here is welcome. Now, the only downside to it being really, really dark here in the UK now is, of course, it limits where we can walk around here. We normally walk down one of the back roads, but with it being a road, there is still a chance for cars coming down it. So we're trying to stick to the pavements, which means we are going back on ourselves quite a bit, but we can still get quite a lot of Surskit spawns, and hopefully one of them shines. Would be really nice. Of course, the Shiny Surskit doesn't really change that much. The light blue on its body goes to a bit of a dark blue, and it only really substantially changes when you evolve it into Masquerain, of which goes to that bright green colour that we saw earlier on when we were looking through the ones that we've already managed to get. And it is a really, really nice shiny Masquerain. 5k egg, Score Bunny. 600 Score Bunny, is that any good? No, unfortunately not. That is a Score Bunny destined for the bin. Stunfisk off a field research. I think that was hatch 2 eggs or hatch an egg. It's one or the other. So nothing really exciting on our daily incense as of yet. Had nothing super exciting on the Spotlight Hour. We'll just have a quick look and see if we managed to get any 4-stars during the Spotlight Hour. Unfortunately not. The last 4-star we got was a 69 CP Inkay, so that was quite a nice 4-star one. But no 4-star Surskit today during the Spotlight Hour. We'll just check to see if we are on this red gym here. We might as well add on if we're not already. I believe we are. I think that might be our Pikachu down there below. Try and get to that Pikachu without... There we go, yeah. So that is our Pikachu. The Pikachu with a witch's hat, which we managed to get during this last Halloween event of part 2. Obviously, part 1, there wasn't many costume Pokemon about in part 1, only on the special research. And all those that were going to be featured in part 2 were mentioned or featured in a research that you could buy in the shop for part 1. But part 2 was all about the costume Pokemon. Obviously, the release of the costume Pumpkaboo, the Vulpix, the Piplup, all of which we've had years previously. And then we had the brand new Halloween costume Pokemon, which we had featured on the Spotlight Hour last week, should I say, and that was Rowlet and Froakie. So really, really nice inclusions to that. Still does surprise me that we've not added the evolution for Piplup. So Piplup caught with a Halloween costume, its little pumpkin hat. You can't actually evolve that, which still surprises me because we've just had Froakie and Rowlet added with their Halloween costume, and you can evolve them straight away as well. So it does surprise me we've not added the evolutions of the Piplup in the game yet. But we'll wait and see. We might do it next year for Halloween. Messed up on that throw. That was a terrible throw there. Managed to do a nice one. Another 10 CP Surskit, level 1. A lot of people go around and collecting all the level 1 shinies. To be honest, I'm not too bothered about level 1 shinies. They are obviously really nice to get because they are really rare. But I'm not too bothered about getting them. If I do manage to get a level 1 shiny, it's a decent stat. I'd want to power it up anyway. But I know a lot of people like collecting level 1 shinies. So 2/3 of the Spotlight Hour nearly done. 1/3 left. Let's just see if we can catch these Surskits here before we go too far out of range. There's quite a decent amount of spawns around here. He's also got a Mantine as well on the daily adventure, which is nice. No shiny Mantine. That is a really, really nice shiny as well. Still haven't managed to get its baby form shiny. I'm still waiting for a hatch day for Mantine. Hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. Ten CP again on the Surskit. Nope, tank on raids. Don't think we'll be doing that one. Probably save the free raid pass today for the raid hour tomorrow. Obviously Lugia has taken over on 5-star raids. It's replaced Darkrai after the Halloween event finished. And we have Lugia now for 2 weeks, I believe, from the 4th of November to the 18th. And it does have its exclusive move as well, Aeroblast. So if you can drop on a decent shiny one, or just a decent normal one, when it's got its exclusive move, it will definitely save you from Elite Charge TM in it. Now, I don't think, even with its exclusive move, it's up there as one of the best flying types with Aeroblast. But you never know, if he had a better flying quick move, it might propel Lugia to be one of the best. So definitely nice to try and get a good one of it. Plus, it is a really, really nice legendary, and its shiny is very, very cool with it turning red. So just for that factor alone, it is very, very nice to get yourself one of those shiny Lugias if you can. Swadloon on the daily incense. Another milk tank. They're still managing to hit these excellent throws. That time it didn't stay in. Another excellent throw there on that Surskit. This is definitely an area of which I need to try and revisit and try and submit some new Pokestops around if I can find anything, because it is a little bit derelict around here. The spawns aren't too bad, but hopefully new stops will increase those even further. And it'll make it quite a nice little walking route up here. So I definitely have to come for a little investigate when it's a lighter day. .31 CP, still no shiny Surskit. Fast approaching, only 15 minutes left now, 18 minutes should I say. Another excellent throw. We are definitely racking up the excellent throws, nearly on 502 million. Hopefully we can get to that before the end of the Spotlight Hour, around about 45,000 more left. Let's just have a quick look around here. Tiny Surskit there, that's not quite nice. Car coming up here. Everywhere you seem to go, there seems to be a car. Now again, with it being dark, we won't go up there for too long. Now we might as well turn that torch off. Save a little bit on the battery. We're running a little bit low, 15 on the battery, 15 minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. Hopefully we can last the length of the Spotlight Hour. Another Surskit there, no shiny one. A little bit disappointed not to get the shiny one on the live stream. Would have been nice. And still no hundos. Get any decent ones while we're on a little bit of a dry spell around here. So we've got 261. No 93 there. That's not too bad. 105 CP. Other than that, they've been pretty lackluster. So the best one being a 93 IV. $345 CP off a daily. So definitely nothing interesting has spawned on the daily. Whether that's just because it's Spotlight Hour or whether we're just very unlucky. But maybe the Spotlight Hour spawns don't help the daily incense spawns, at least not for the Galarian birds at least. So maybe next time we won't do the daily incense during Spotlight Hour. But we have still got more than 15 minutes left on the daily incense, so again, we might run out of battery before then, but we'll have to wait and see. If you're tuning in, if you're new to the channel, like I've been mentioning, make sure to hit the like button and drop a subscribe on the channel as well. We reached 1,000 subscribers, which was amazing the other day. So big shout out to everybody who's already hit that subscribe button. But if you haven't already, make sure to go do so. We go live every Tuesday for Spotlight Hour. So make sure to drop a subscribe button on and hit a notification bell, and you'll get notified when we go live or when there's any new uploads, any new videos go up, any short videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. What is that? 3-star Shadow Raid. So that is a pincer. Don't think we'll bother doing that. You can get Shadow Pincer. It's a really nice shiny shadow. I think we managed to get one already, so let's just have a quick look. There it is, shiny Shadow Pincer. 82 IV is also only just a 3-star, but still a very nice shiny shadow to get your hands on. Over here, I'll challenge this one for a Poffin, so we'll keep that one for now. Always try and earn those Poffins to help with our buddy target, our best buddy target. Trying to get those up a little bit quicker by poffing them. Means you can obtain more hearts with them throughout the day. $12 minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. Is there any more Surskits around here? Any shiny Surskits around here? Spawns do seem very few and far between today. Normally on Spotlight Hours, the spawns are boosted. You got a lot more increase in spawns, but we are struggling for those spawns today, it seems. Another Surskit on the daily. Another one just appeared on a daily as well, so we'll just catch that one. Excellent throw on that one. So fast approaching the last 10 minutes now of the Spotlight Hour. Should definitely charge your phone out before coming out today. Didn't realise it was this low before going on stream. What's that? That's just appeared on me daily. Oh, it's a Binacle. Another nice shiny. Don't think we need it, but still, wouldn't have complained if we managed to get one. Hopefully there's some more additional spawns around here now. I've refreshed since we last were down this area. Doesn't appear to be any additional spawns. There's one there. Another one on the daily as well. Into the last. Here we go. So obviously the Go Wild area is coming up at the end of this month as well. Some new information that's been released on that is that we're going to be getting Primal Kyogre and Groudon returning. So those will be on, I'm guessing they'll be on raids over the weekend. And then leading up to the wild area, we also have a raid hour every day, every weekday, leading up to the weekend, featuring the likes of Nihilego, Tapu Koko. We obviously have Zacian, Zermazenta as well. So, and I think we have Origin and Palkia, Origin, Palkia and Dialga as well being featured on the raid hours leading up. So that is going to be really, really cool as well. So make sure to go check out the information on that. And hopefully when we're a little bit closer to as well, we'll be able to bring some of the information right here on my channel to you. So we'll just have a quick look around here, see if there's any shiny Surskits to be found. No shiny Surskits as of now. I'll just check these ones down here and we'll walk back on ourselves. And we may have to finish the stream a little bit earlier just because of the battery level. Don't want to die halfway through the stream. Can we get a shiny Surskit in the last few clicks? No shiny Surskits yet to be found. I've still got 8 minutes left on the adventure incense as well. On that Dialga Roar of Time. At the moment, the daily adventure incense only seems to be bringing us more Surskit spawns. No glaring birds encountered during this daily incense at least. May have to wait a little bit longer for that shiny Galarian bird. At this stage, I'd quite happily just encounter a Galarian bird, even though it wasn't shiny. Just the prospect of seeing a Galarian bird would be really, really nice. It has been a very long time since we encountered one. Like I say, I've only actually encountered 3 Galarian birds since its shiny release. And all those 3 were on the same incense, and I believe that was on one of the research days. I can't remember what the last research day was, but it was definitely a research day. It could have been Yamask, actually. Yamask research day, where we had the both forms of Yamask appearing. It was featured during then, and we had a daily adventure incense going for that whole event, all 3 hours of it, and we managed to encounter 3 Galarian birds within 30 minutes of each other. So 2 Articunos and 1 Zapdos, none of which are shiny, unfortunately, but they were the first ones that I've encountered since they've gone shiny, and they were the last ones I encountered since they. So really frustrating not to see any more than those 3 over the amount of time period we do, and we do tend to extend it every single day. So you would have hoped that we'd have seen more Galarian birds by now. Unfortunately, that's not been the case. So quite disappointed by that. So 6% left. Will it survive until the end of the stream? That is a big question. We are a fight against battery life as much as we are a fight against trying to get that shiny Surskit. We'll just do one more quick walk up here. Hopefully we can last until the end of the spotlight hour. Oh, nice little evolution spawn. Are we going? The tower is done to appear. It just appeared. Rhypera. So spotlight hour is finished. And out of things light hour. So loads of connections. Don't know if, unfortunately, we're having quite. But spotlight hour is finished. Let's have a quick look. And no 4 stars, unfortunately.